I try to get pen laces back in.
Periodically, you're going to have to look at
Give me some cord here. We'll get it.
turn around and have their back to the crowd. They may be poking each other. You may have to do a little crowd control. Do either of you have any brothers or sisters? Okay, then you're.
Yeah, I think it's the cardboard.
Okay, once whoever's in front of you passes Colonel Perez and Major Rosen, then you go ahead and start.
But it's cool.
So the seniors. Oh, he's not a senior. He's college. College.
Your cue to go is when they pass near Colonel Perez. More of a wheel.
This would have really been neat. It's too bad we couldn't record from the other side. It's usually this way where they're walking at us. But what they could do is, instead of walking down this way, they could come this way.
Draw. Savers. Order. Arms. Officers, draw sabers.
Okay, best guess I can tell you is there's about 40 people that are gonna pass through here. Past queens that we invited back will go through first, and then the cadets that are college sophomores, falcons, and seniors that aren't part of your officer group. So let's assume they've gone.
Are you going to allow them to change hands with the sailors?
We haven't in the past.
It's legal to do, but it has to be given as a command. So whoever's in charge would give the command, change hands or something to that effect. So if you want to do that, you can do that, because this is going to be a long procession. It's a long time to hold an arm up there. So,
Sir, can the gates help hold the hand?
That's not legal.
nice try.
Nor can you put a rod in your sleeve.
Well, you're up here like this, on the command, change hands. Then basically you're going to take the saber like this and rotate it the other way. Okay?
So do you want to do that?
But you need to practice it if you want to do it.
Your arms are going to be once the saber hits the ball or your head comes down, it's just about your day.
The past queens will just go through. There's no introduction to them, so they're going to go very quick. And there'll only be 17 or 18 of them, because 2 or 3 of them are already going to be in this group here. Then the other ones will take a little bit of time. So there's probably about 40 total that will go through. Same thing. Okay.
Okay, all right, stay with me.
Okay. Then let's do the arch. Let's put it back up.
And your gait can't trade off if you hold the saber.
Okay, we've assumed everybody's gone through now, and Colonel Perez is now going through. Sergeant Major, why don't you go through? Okay. Sergeant Major is Colonel Perez. The little girls will be here. 3. Major over.
Listen on, at his noise, all queens, queen escorts, past and present escorts, over here. Yo, past and present queens.
Amatiani.
It is now my honor to introduce to you our company queens, the battalion queen, and their pages for this year's military ball. Presenting the crowns to the company queens is Master Jacob Oots, son of Mr. and Mrs. Tim Martin from Lexington, Missouri.
Okay, so you guys all listen up. Ms. Butler, talk them through it so we know what's going to happen.
Okay.
Queen Streisacher's page is Miss Whitney Almond, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Craig Almond from Blair, Nebraska.
Give the queen the flowers.
Hey, Jake.
Okay. And then curtsy. So we'll take the queen's hand. Queen, please reach your page's hand. Okay? Then the three of you are going to come over here. Your position on the page right up here. Got one. I have two. Yeah, you can look, really. I won't turn you into stone or salt. Okay, and then you have the page up. Now, the page came from this side. She will be escorted over by you. The page comes from that side. She goes by you. Okay. All the way down.
We'll jump the command. They may be fairly close to the stage when they do it, but I have everybody really.
It's fine, sir. Wherever you so desire.
That has been known to happen.
Yeah.
So let's come here, Walter. Let's put a piece of tape back there. We're going to have to, the orchestra's going to be out probably. So let's put General Level that way. Let's put a piece of tape here.
Well, the idea is put the queen right there.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If you're here, then you'll bring her over to you. And then you'll be. We put her.
One American Samoa, sponsored and escorted by Cadet Captain Brad Morgan from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Here's your mark, so you want your toes right up on the What I've done is, we're going to be in front of us. I've taken one step back, so you all can come across the front. Now, I'll step up once you get on the mark.
Queen Lancaster's page is Miss Ashlyn DeMint, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Stephen DeMint from Hardin, Missouri. Charlie Company Queen, Cadet Staff Sergeant Randy Erlinger from Carlisle, Illinois, sponsored and escorted by Cadet Captain Stephen Dieterny from Blue Springs, Missouri. Queen Erlinger's page is Miss Liza Cooper-Ryder, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Richard Cooper-Ryder from Lexington, Missouri. Foxtrot Company Queen. Cadet Catherine Shutters from Noblesville, Indiana, sponsored by Cadet Captain Patrick Cernett from Tacoma, Washington, and escorted by Cadet Captain Jacob Ragsdale from Altamont, Illinois. Queen Shutters' page is Miss Elena Conatee, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Brian Conatee from Lee Summit, Missouri. Tango Company Queen. Cadet First Sergeant Stephanie Rodriguez from Ripon, California, sponsored and escorted by Cadet Captain Marlena Lancaster from Leone, American Samoa. Queen Rodriguez's page is Miss Isabella LeBlanc, daughter of Mr. Ken LeBlanc and Miss Jennifer LeBlanc from Kansas City, Missouri. Headquarters Company Queen is Cadet Captain Amanda Penley from Jeffersonville, Indiana, sponsored by Cadet Master Sergeant Dustin Vosberg from Poplar Bluff, Missouri, and escorted by Cadet Captain Joseph Davis from Eldon, Missouri.
14 years this way.
Queen Penley's page is Miss Madison Green, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Shane Green from Waverly, Missouri.
Okay, so you just need to keep down the line. He'll go back.
Okay, she's curtsy and she's gonna take the whole thing somehow or another. Okay. Down.
Our Battalion Queen. The Battalion Queen for the 2005 Wentworth Military Academy Ball is Cadet Sergeant First Class Megan Kohut from Corinth, Texas, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Phil Kohut from Corinth, Texas. Queen Kohut is sponsored by Cadet Second Lieutenant David King from Overland Park, Kansas, and is escorted by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Joe Perez from Conroe, Texas.
Okay, now, Megan.
Queen Kohut's pages are Master Tristan Anderson, son of Mr. and Mrs. Eric Anderson from Hardin, Missouri, carrying the scepter.
Yeah, most of them. We'll have
First thing you're gonna have is gonna be the scepter. I tell you.
Cost me anything.
Then he's gonna come over here and stand. He's not gonna come off the stage at this point. Then, okay, now there's next one.
I mean, that's just all in here.
Master Kyle Cross, son of Mr. and Mrs. David Cross from Blue Springs, Missouri, presenting the roses.
He bows and comes over here.
Miss Ashley Luerman, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jean Luerman from Lexington, Missouri, presenting the Queen's crown.
Jeff, over here. Now, this is
Miss Cohen,
she's got
She wants private.
scepter.
You'll have your, you'll make your copy. She will talk. Okay. So give him back to, we can give the microphone back to him. Okay.
No burlesque. All right. Come in. Okay, now you can switch. Oh, yes, we'll leave it all. Your flowers, your scepter, you take your land. Actually, yes.
You can hold something.
And then come up here, count. Smile. Thank you. It's over here. And then all around.
Columbia, Missouri. Battalion S3. Battalion S2. Cadet Captain Amanda
Okay, so we did, Colonel Perez, we already, okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, so at this point, let's not do the Queens. I think we're pretty set on that. So if you guys will come back, so let's just do the arts. I'm sorry. I think, does anybody have any questions, Queens, company commanders, on what we're doing there? I think you all have practiced that. You practiced with the general, you practiced with the kids. So I think we're set. Real key is make sure that if the little kids don't go where they're supposed to go, you all help them between General Little, Mrs. Butler, and Mrs. Florence, and you all will get them there. Because they were okay the other day, but they're going to be scared to death when they come back here Saturday night. So let's assume now that we've done the Queens. Colonel Perez has now come back. He's given Miss Kohut back to Lieutenant King. He's got his date, and let's form the office. Okay, keeping in mind that we need to form up on those pieces of tape.
Officers, draw, sabers.
Everybody matched up with somebody? I mean, I know we got a couple of missing. Everybody know who they're going to be across from?
Okay, let's just figure it out.